Hello, welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would do a little get ready with me as I am going on a recording blitz. And I just want to talk to you guys about how I'm feeling with nursing, my day job, and everything about it. So let's just have a little chit chat. I am revamping this channel, getting it up and running again. And so I thought the best way to go about this is to just keep things as organic as possible. That way I can be more consistent and not experience burnout. So it is currently 6:30 in the morning. Oh, 6:32, and I thought I would start my content shooting today with a get ready with me. So I want to talk today about nursing and travel nursing and how I'm feeling, as I've never really quit my day job. So I started a handbag brand and it has been up and running for 6 years now. Yeah, 6 years. And the entire time, I have been working as a nurse. I've never quit my day job, and I was actually motivated to keep going because I thought I would quit doing nursing when my business is paying me what nursing paid me during COVID. And at one point, I was working in California as a travel nurse in San Francisco, making about 6,000, 7,000 a week. Working, in COVID. It was kind of crazy. And so I told myself, okay, this is money that I would need to be able to pay myself doing my business for me to feel comfortable leaving. Maybe I was a little delusional, but I was really committed to keeping the nursing job because I do enjoy nursing. I really do. It was never a bag for me. How I got into nursing was actually really a calling, it felt like. So when I got into it, I told myself, when I got into my business, I just told myself that I needed to be motivated to go when the business is doing very well. We're on track for $1 million and I can comfortably quit. That way, if we ever have another pandemic or such, I won't be motivated by the money because my business is already providing what I would have gotten as a travel nurse. So that was my thought process of going into it. And of course, I haven't reached that goal. I have not reached that goal. So the entire time I have been working as a nurse, and it has created some burnout, not gonna lie, because nursing has definitely been difficult for me in Jersey compared to California, where I was currently living. I did spend most of my career working as a nurse in California, and they have a lot of ratios, like 4-to-1 protections. They have resources. They have people who will do labs for me. They have people who will do EKG for EKG readings for me. There's just a lot of support. And because I'm only having 4 patients for my shift, granted, I can have patients leave and I'll get new patients, but my ratio is 4-to-1. I feel safe. I feel like I can provide the best care I can. But I left California to move back home with my family, who are in New Jersey. The thing is, when I first started my career in New Jersey, I wasn't sure if I was going to be a nurse for very long. Because I remember the first job I had, I lasted 8 months in my first job as a nurse in New Jersey. And that was because I was in a situation where I had about 16 patients working in a subacute unit. So they're not as critical, but these are patients who left the hospital to come to our facility for rehabilitation, physical therapy, or they need long-term antibiotics. So I remember on that particular shift, I was working 3 to 11. And on that shift, we get a lot of new admissions from the hospital. That's the time where a lot of hospitals will discharge their patients and then they will arrive before 11 o'clock. So the last shift I worked where I decided I cannot do this any longer, I had about 16, 17 patients. I've had about 4 or 5 admissions, and I had no charge nurse that night because my charge nurse had to take patients because we were being bombarded with new patients that in this shift. So I have no charge nurse. I have mad admissions. I'm working in a facility that still used paperwork. So because they were using paperwork, it was a long process to do the admissions. And then one of my patients had died. So when my patient had died on that shift, it was very traumatic because we had to do a code. Everyone was just so scrambled. It felt like right after the code, everybody had to run back to their assignment. And then I had no support. So when I called the family, told them what happened, and they were in shock, I was in shock myself. So when I told the family what happened, they obviously wanted to come see their family member who had just deceased. So they came to the facility, and it was about 3 or 4 family members, and they came bombarding me with questions, trying to figure out exactly what happened. It was about a cardiac arrest situation. So I explained it, but it was still like kind of not really processing, and I'm trying to process this as well. And I felt terrible because I'm trying to talk to them and give them the time they need to grieve the information. But in my head, I know that I have patients in the back who I haven't fully assessed yet. And I had a charge nurse who had left because they had an assignment. They couldn't really be there to help me with the patients, help me with the paperwork. Yeah, and so after that, I was there, I think, till about 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. And so I came home. I cried about it to my mom, who's also a nurse. And yeah, she told me, go ahead, quit, I understand. And so that same day, I wrote up my letter. I was off the next day. I wrote up my letter, and at like 2, 3 o'clock, I went back to the facility and I told them I'm out. So that kind of set the framework for me doing nursing in New Jersey. But when I came to California, I was pretty happy with how I was treated there. Honestly, I felt safe. I felt like I can do this. And I think I excelled, to be honest, to the point where I felt comfortable working 2 to 3 jobs in California, which, I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. The thing is, when I decided to come back to New Jersey, I knew it was going to be a different experience for me working back in the state that traumatized me, it felt like, for my first job. And it has not let me down. It has not changed. Nurses are definitely eating their young. Not with me, because the moment they see me, they see the experience, and I'm pretty efficient. And so I haven't been, I would say, bullied per se, but there's definitely moments where I am feeling super unsupported, super disappointed. The fact that I have to do all my labs and then EKGs and paperwork, and it's just like no support, really. It's been kind of hard for me to adjust, and I've been here for some years now. I feel like I'm still adjusting. And it's because I still work as a travel nurse. So every time I go to a new hospital, I have to learn their new system, and it's not always easy because, yes, sometimes I get used to expecting certain things, and then when I go to a new facility, it's, even though it's in the same hospital system, the policies are different. I'm being told that there's certain policies in place, like they don't have telemetry machines on the floor. I have to go to another building to get, it's like a heart monitor for patients. So when a patient comes to So when patients come on a telemetry floor, they need to have constant monitoring of their heart. Well, the hospital I'm at now does not have those monitors on the floor. So every time I get a patient, I have to leave the floor or even the building to go to another building to get the monitors. And I don't have an aide to help me with that. So I'm not feeling that at all. I think that is super whack. I've never experienced it. I called my best friend about it who lives in Texas, and she told me that she's experienced that before. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable because especially the situation that I was in where I first learned about this, I had a patient who had chest pain. Granted, they were a frequent flyer, so they were visiting the hospital pretty frequently. They had a pretty strong medical record. A lot of the nurses kind of knew this patient, but still, they came in with chest pain. So I'm looking on the nursing station for a telemetry monitor, a heart monitor, and then I'm being told I have to leave the unit to go get it. But my patient just came from the emergency department with chest pain. You want me to just leave my patient? And no, at the time, I could not ask an aide because there were no aides on the floor. So at this point, I'm just not very happy with nursing, and I think it's because of the hospital I'm in. I think I'm realizing that I need to probably leave travel nursing and just settle in a system that I am comfortable with. Yes, settle in a system that I am comfortable with, because nursing in New Jersey is too unpredictable for me. It's like each hospital has their own way of going about things. Some places have lab technicians. Some places don't. Some places have EKG technicians. Some don't. The hospital I'm at, if I have a cold, I have to leave the floor after the cold to take it to pharmacy to get the medication draws changed and then take that cart back on the unit. But my patient just had a cold. And you want me to leave an unstable patient to handle the cart? And have 6 patients? So, so yeah, I'm struggling right now. Me and my best friend, we were thinking about going back to California to do an assignment because it might just revitalize us again, kind of get us excited about our career, our profession. And it's looking like a good move. It's looking like a good move. I'm definitely tempted to do it. The only reason why I wouldn't is because I'm feeling pretty good about my marketing choices for like YouTube, my business, and I kind of have a good flow of things now where I feel like I can really balance work life between the brand, nursing, and I really want to kind of push myself with that. So leaving the state again, going to live in an Airbnb or a hotel, I don't have none of my supplies, I don't have any of my products. How am I going to do social media? Yeah, that's the only thing. But doing nursing in Jersey, doing nursing in Jersey right now is it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I will say though that I'm glad that I stuck with nursing this entire time because I will never take away from the fact that nursing has allowed me to pay for my business. To be honest, the money that nursing provides is why I was able to kind of fund my business by myself for so many years. Every single product that's on my website is self-funded. I had one person who loaned me like $27,000, but it has been paid back. And that was just a personal kind of like personal family loan. I never had any loan from a bank. Never had a grant. I wish. Never used someone else's money. Yeah, it's always been kind of out of the mud, and nursing allowed me to do that. So I won't take that away. But I also know that it's not very sustainable because I'm at a place where I'm engaged now. I'm thinking about kids, and I'm like, I can't shell out so much money now, especially if I'm gonna have a child. The money I'm giving to VONI, that child is basically gonna take that money. So I'm not really sure what the next step is with my business, because right now all I know is it's not it is paying for itself. I will say that. It's covering its own bills, but it doesn't have many bills because I've taken so many things away. Like, we don't have any employee, we don't have customer service. I wish we had that. We don't have a social media manager. I wish we had that. Things you really need to grow a business. We don't have that, but right now the business is funding itself. And then I've had to drastically cut my prices because I'm not marketing, because I'm not doing ads. I just needed time to kind of just zone in on my personal life, nursing. So the business has been on this kind of like lifeline, not really growing, just kind of on a lifeline. And so if I do travel nursing and leave, it's not going to be good. Not going to be good, I think. So yeah, I'm not really sure what the next step is. I really do need to just kind of pray and see what to do. I'm hoping to get a good nursing job, at least. Hoping to get a good nursing job so I can at least feel confident staying in Jersey, and then just pushing through with my plans for this channel and my business. I really do have an interest in growing this business. I am just currently scared of funding any more money into it without knowing exactly what I need to do next. I really feel like I need to hire a operations manager, a business consultant, somebody, because I know that I am a great nurse. I know that. I think I'm a phenomenal nurse. But I'm not the best businesswoman. And I've accepted that, which is why I've slowed down, and I've really taken this year to learn about finances, learn how to budget, kind of learn what my weaknesses are. But now I need someone whose strength is in growing businesses. I really need someone who sees the brand and is like, yeah, I know how to grow this. I've done this before. And it has the relations to figure out how to get the funding needed. Because right now my tolerance for risk is, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am at a 2. I am so scared to take any risk, because after paying that $15,000 in tariff taxes, knowing that I have to still pay sales taxes and business taxes and everything else, I don't know. I really don't know. I need someone who has the tolerance to just go for it, who does not have the fear, and can kind of grow my confidence in running a business, because right now it's low. It is low. I gotta say, I am not in my usual setup for doing makeup, so I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. But I do want to find a business consultant, and hopefully, God willing, the Lord will send someone my way from Indeed who is good at growing businesses and sees the potential that I see in VONI. But I have to put myself in position to be found. So that's why I'm really trying to revitalize my interest in social media and putting myself out there. Even though I am a strong introvert, I need to put myself out there, so I put myself in the way to be found, so people can find me, and I can find people as well who are interested in growing businesses. So yeah. All right, lashes are on. I just want you to know that my mirror is so far back I can barely see. I don't have my glasses. I almost feel like I'm doing my makeup like in the dark or something. This is respect to the girlies who do this. Respect. I'm gonna need to find another route on doing this, because doing this on the floor with the mirror all the way back there, I can barely see. But it's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up my makeup, and then I will come back for the finishing look. So how'd I do? Yes, this is my first chit chat. I am so excited to just be on YouTube. Honestly, it's like giving me excitement. I feel like, you know, when you start a new job and you're just like, yeah, like I can do this, I can do this. So yeah, I'm very excited to just be on here again. I'm loving how the content is looking. And so yeah, let me know how I did. I definitely think I need to make improvements with bringing my mirror closer and things like that. But yeah, it's up. It's up. So thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe, stay tuned, and I will see you